Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with another Barbie unboxing. Today we have a very important addition to the Made to Move family, and that is another readily accessible, super pale toned Made to Move doll. We have our Made to Move tennis player doll. She retails for $15.99. I picked mine up off of Amazon. It's the only place I've seen her so far. And she's very cute. Now, the question is going to be if she is the Victoria skin tone, if she is the purple top Made to Move, or if she is a new tone altogether. But that's where we're going to decide. I have all of our light skin Made to Move options. There are currently 4 dolls that are light skins, that are light without a peach or without a tan or anything undertoned, just like a straight super white. We're going to compare these tones. But first, we're going to look at the doll. Mini-me, if you will. So here is the UPC for anybody looking for her. Here is the back of the box, her artwork. There's also the volleyball player, which is a Millie with the standard skin tone. So I haven't seen her in person. I didn't order her because I don't think she's going to be tall, which would be appropriate for a volleyball player, but I actually think our tennis player is tall. Based on the way that her legs are bent in the box, I'm gonna guess this is a tall Barbie. But we'll compare, because we have Victoria, who is a tall, and our others that are regulars. So, the standard packaging that we've come to expect, just pull it off to get to the doll underneath. It's got a very basic face. I'll look at the face mold when we take her out, but she's very cute. A little bit of pixelation on the eyes, but nothing too bad. Actual mesh on this top, it's not printed. We've got embroidered ribbon. My one down part is this is one dress. I wish this was a top and a skirt, or better yet, a skirt would have been awesome. But let's get her out of here. Nice and neat. I'm hoping that these are not going to be Amazon exclusives, because I want to be able to pick these up in bulk in stores. Okay. All right. So here's her face up close. Very cute. I'm not noticing a lot of pink undertones. Let's see. This is a 2020 sculpt. You guys can see that. So, she's not Olivia. I don't know who she is. I'll look up before I post the video at which 2020 sculpt she's supposed to be, and I'll put it in the video description. But very cute. Here are her tennis shoes. You guys can see. Nicely molded. I think these are a new mold. She's got a visor. It's not actually in her hair. It's just held on with one of these straps, which is fine. I actually prefer these straps to ones where they're held in with staples like all the way around, because it's very easy to just take her face off like that. She's got pretty decent length hair, not terribly long, but not super short. Just gotta smush those little stickers back in. The visor is a decent mold. It's not the high brim one, but it's slightly transparent, not completely, which is good. And it's in a nice, like, neutral blue, like neutral navy, actually. And then we've got our tennis racket, which I think is the same mold that we got with Ken's tennis pack. But that's great because I now have, you know, a full tennis couple outfit. Here is our tennis ball. It does have a little peg right there on there that pushes onto there to where you can pose it like that. Very cool accessories. And of course, she is fully made to move. We have our chest articulation. We have our upper arm and upper torso or upper thigh articulation. This is not a bad dress. And like honestly, because I'm probably gonna buy like 15 of these throughout the course of the next few years at least, because there's a lot of pale dolls that get released. It's not a bad outfit to have in bulk. It has a little thread right there holding it together, and it could be like a flap if you wanted to put like pink shorts underneath. Again, the shoes are very basic, but let's answer our first question. So I have right here our first doll. Our first doll is a known quantity, and that is our Leah Purple Top Made to Move, who is currently an Amazon exclusive. She is also an original body. So our first question is answered. She is an original body because both their feet are flat on the deck. Their shoulders are at the same height. So she's an original tone. Our next question is if they are the same tone. The answer is no, they are not. Leah has a slightly tanner undertone. You can see it more in the face. This is going to be either Victoria or a brand new tone. So, when I say Victoria, I do mean this Looks doll, who is Victoria. And it does look like they are pretty identical tones. Victoria may actually be a little bit pinker, if anything. If you guys can see that. It looks like I can see it on my camera. So Victoria may be pinker. She may be closer to like what Integrity Toys calls super white. Here is our curvy pale. This is the palest we have in curvy. She is the Leah skin tone. And here is Andra, that everyone considers the same tone as Victoria, but she's not. As you can see, we've got a slightly tanner, much tanner doll. Andra, I would consider closer to Leah. Again, not perfect, but pretty much she's on a Leah body. So, yes. So Victoria is on a tall body. You guys can see that. Shoulder heights are very different. Even if Victoria is wearing heels, let me put her flat so you guys can see that. It's not just the shoes. So the shoes exaggerate it, but Victoria is still taller. So our best bet for all of our super pale dolls is going to be this doll. Now, my question is, I have a Tooth Fairy Barbie. Now, a Tooth Fairy Barbie wasn't that uncommon. I actually just picked up a second one at Marshall's for $20 because she was down from $55 at Marshall's. It was great. My question is going to be, is this doll going to be the same skin tone? So I have one that's already deboxed that I reviewed a while back. So that looks pretty close to me. She might be a little tanner, but the bodies are pretty close. Like, the faces are a little bit of a shade off, but not bad. So that means we have a lot of rebody potential for these really pale signature dolls that we get. But it looks great. And I am really excited that we have got a new doll that is a nice, like, blank slate super white. Not to be confused with super straight. But she's very cute. And more importantly, she's not a limited doll, but the sports dolls do tend to be more sporadic in their releases. Target will probably be the easiest place to find these. Walmart sometimes gets the made-to-move sports dolls, but not always, in my opinion. Or not my opinion, my experience. So Target's going to be the place I go to try to find these. But I will probably order like 5 more of these to kind of like backstock my collection, especially since she's an original body. Because she's the same price as the made-to-move yoga dolls, which is great. She won't go on sale for a little while. The made-to-move yoga dolls do go on sale for like $11 occasionally, and I tend to stock up on them then. But she is awesome. I was hoping she was going to be a tall doll, just because that would have been great. We are still waiting for a petite. Technically, the Queen Elizabeth II doll is a pale skin tone that is petite. Queen Elizabeth II, the one that released for the Platinum Jubilee, or the Diamond Jubilee, I can't remember which one it was, the 60th one. Or 80. Was it 80? I don't remember. Whichever one she had before she passed is a petite made-to-move in this skin tone. They've made the body, and they've made the skin tone for the body. They have not made it in a regular doll, though. So unfortunately, even though I have Queen Elizabeth, I have not deboxed her, because that doll is already going for like $600 online, and I managed to luck into finding her at Barnes & Noble online before she sold out. And yeah, I regret not ordering like 4 of her at the time. But these are our made-to-move options. So let me line them up in order. So we have our pale dolls, which are very cute. Our Andra, our Leah, and our made-to-move Curvy. Now, the made-to-move Curvy is the 2nd generation of made-to-moves. She does not pop up very often. Her flower series has not been redone. She is a little bit harder to find. I will tell y'all that she is hard to find. But when you find her, she's worth it, because you can make your pale dolls curvy. Victoria is our tall. She is hard to find. She goes for like $60 on eBay now, even though she was a $20 doll from the Looks series. Andra is a little bit easier to find, but you're going to pay less for the Leah doll because they're the same skin tone, essentially. But these are our 5 made-to-moves. There is also technically one other tall that's in this skin tone and not the Leah skin tone, and that is the tall BMR 1959 Barbie. I forgot to dig her out, but she is the Leah skin tone. I know that. So these three are our tall, curvy original. We have the petite, which is Queen Elizabeth, but unfortunately I'm not unboxing her. But yeah, so you have your color tones. It is great that this doll is going to be easily accessible. Like I said, I'm probably going to order some more of her after I do this video, because I was not sure what the skin tone was actually going to wind up being. Because if she was going to wind up being this skin tone, I wasn't going to order more of her, because I don't need to worry about that. I have more of these in my pack stock right now. But just for everybody that was wondering about the new 2023 Made to Move Sports Tennis Barbie, she is lighter than Victoria, because Victoria has a peachy undertone compared to Andra's tan undertone that follows along with Leah and Curvy and BMR 1959. So if you guys have questions about this, leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like, and as always, follow along for some more fun unboxings. Bye y'all. Be good.